Welcome to a journey into the extraordinary life and legacy of Nikola Tesla, a man whose genius blazed like lightning and whose dreams transformed our world while defying the very limits of reality. Imagine a fragile child born on a stormy July night in 1856 in a small Serbian village, where thunder and lightning heralded the arrival of a boy destined to become a visionary, a future man whose mind would one day build entire laboratories from pure imagination. From his earliest days, Tesla was haunted by inexplicable visions and fears, afraid of the dark and tormented by ghostly hallucinations that no one understood. Yet even as tragedy struck when he witnessed the horrifying death of his strong older brother, his inner world began to open up through books and secret candlelit reading sessions, fueling a remarkable ability to journey mentally to distant times and places, conversing with figures from the past, present, and future as if they were old friends. This uncanny gift, which transformed reading into a kind of brain travel that banished his terrors, set him on a path of relentless curiosity and innovation, a path that would lead him to perform astonishing feats even as a child, like when he, barely 7 or 8 years old, saw through the tangled knots of a fire hose during a town fire and fixed it, earning the cheers of 16 grateful firefighters and igniting an early passion for engineering and mathematics. As Tesla grew, his innate brilliance shone through his academic achievements, scoring top marks in a barrage of subjects at university, though the weight of personal loss and the lure of self-destruction led him briefly astray into gambling and rebellion, a turbulent period marked by harsh discipline from a father who, despite his own responsibilities as a village religious leader, had high hopes for his son, and who later, in a desperate bid to save Tesla's life during a long, agonizing illness, promised him a place at the world's finest technical academy. It was during these formative years that Tesla learned to harness his inner visions, gradually transforming his wild hallucinations into a powerful tool of invention, laying the intellectual groundwork for his revolutionary ideas about electrical power. Inspired by a mentor who challenged him to think in systems, Tesla began to see that the limitations of direct current or DC electricity, restricted to serving only the elite through closely spaced power stations, could be overcome by a radical new approach alternating current or AC, a system capable of transmitting energy over vast distances with remarkable efficiency, a discovery that would eventually illuminate entire cities and change the course of human progress. Yet, as fate would have it, his path soon intersected with that of another electrical titan, Thomas Edison, a brilliant inventor celebrated for lighting up the world with his incandescent lamp, a feat achieved through tireless experimentation and an almost magical demonstration in which 700 lamps burst to life on a pitch-black night, captivating the public's imagination with what many called pure magic. Drawn by the allure of Edison's success, Tesla journeyed from his native lands to Europe and finally to the bustling streets of New York, where he joined Edison's company, only to find that his own visionary ideas, particularly his bold proposal for an AC system that would revolutionize electrical transmission, were dismissed with derision and even mockery. In one infamous exchange, when Tesla presented his carefully crafted blueprints, Edison's biting retort, laced with crude humor, drove Tesla to the painful realization that genius and business acumen rarely walked hand in hand, prompting him to leave Edison's employ and set out on his own. In the gritty, competitive world of late 19th century innovation, Tesla's journey took on an almost mythic quality as he struggled through periods of poverty and betrayal, partnering briefly on a promising project only to have his ideas stolen and his savings drained by unscrupulous associates. Yet even as he slept on cold floors and eked out a meager existence doing hard labor, his mind remained a vibrant laboratory where ideas for a complete AC system took shape, ideas so audacious that they would soon challenge the entrenched powers of the electrical industry. In one legendary moment designed to captivate skeptical investors, Tesla recounted the tale of Columbus's egg, a story of a man who, by simply cracking an egg just enough to make it stand upright, defied convention, and demonstrated the power of unconventional thinking. And then, he performed a mesmerizing experiment in which he applied a thin layer of copper to an egg, connected it to a mysterious apparatus, and made the egg stand upright by means of electricity. This demonstration was so magical that it not only convinced two high-ranking executives of his genius, but also paved the way for his introduction to the visionary leaders of Westinghouse Electric. With their backing, Tesla finally found a stage for his brilliance, and the ensuing battle between AC and DC power became one of the most dramatic technological rivalries in history. While Edison waged a relentless campaign to portray AC as dangerous, staging public demonstrations of electrocution and even capital punishment to discredit it, Tesla, ever the showman, countered with breathtaking displays of electrical wonder. He lit bulbs wirelessly and even channeled immense currents through his own body with a confident smile, proving that with proper control, alternating current was not only safe but the future of energy. Yet even as Tesla's inventions began to reshape the modern world, lighting up the 1893 World's Fair and later powering the mighty Niagara Falls hydroelectric plant, the brilliant inventor's ambitions grew ever more audacious, propelling him toward a dream that transcended the limitations of wired electricity. The vision of a world where energy flowed freely and invisibly through the air, a world in which the Earth itself became a colossal generator capable of transmitting power without a single wire, a vision that led to his monumental but ultimately ill-fated project, the Wardenclyffe Tower. This towering structure on Long Island was conceived as the physical embodiment of Tesla's dream of wireless power, a dream that promised to connect every home and every corner of the globe, ushering in an era of boundless communication and energy that anticipated modern technologies like live broadcasting, global wireless supply, personal digital communication, and even the early seeds of what we now know as the Internet. However, as Tesla poured his heart and dwindling resources into the Wardenclyffe Tower, a series of relentless setbacks, financial crises, technical challenges, and fierce competition from rivals like Guglielmo Marconi, who would eventually secure fame and accolades for his own work in radio, began to erode the once unstoppable momentum of his career. Legal battles over patents dragged on for decades, investors turned their backs, and the world that had once celebrated his revolutionary ideas began to dismiss him as an eccentric dreamer, whose promises of cosmic power were nothing more than empty fantasies. In the twilight of his life, as Tesla's visionary mind struggled against the crushing weight of isolation and despair, he continued to tinker with new ideas, even inventing a bladeless turbine for automobiles that promised to push combustion efficiency to unprecedented heights. Yet without the support and backing he so desperately needed, these innovations remained unrealized. Recognition, when it finally came, was bittersweet. A grand birthday celebration in 1931 brought accolades from scientific luminaries, including Einstein, and even a cover on Time magazine. But soon after, Tesla's outlandish claims about a motor powered by cosmic rays only deepened the public's perception of him as a man lost in his own mind. At 81, a tragic accident involving a taxi left him with broken ribs, and deprived of the means to care for himself, he spent his final years in quiet misery until, at 86, he died alone in a modest New York hotel room, his belongings hastily confiscated by authorities, leaving behind only a legacy shrouded in mystery and marvel. Yet, even in death, the myth of Tesla only grew. Stories circulated that a black cat seen at the scene was, in some strange twist of fate, a manifestation of the man himself, harking back to his childhood claims that even the family cat spoke secrets of electricity and taught him to capture lightning. This is the incredible, tragic, and inspiring saga of Nikola Tesla, a man whose life was a collision of brilliant invention and heartbreaking isolation, whose dreams lit up cities and challenged the very foundations of science, and whose enduring legacy continues to ignite the imagination of every wanderer, inventor, and visionary daring enough to believe that the impossible can one day become possible.